Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I've had a really rough week and I wanted to show this to everyone. This is my very first test print. It did not turn out very well. I had to adjust my bed. I've got the temperature down now. I've got it all set up. I'm fixing to start creating my own generator heads, and we're going to attach them to some high-speed three-phase motors, and we're going to see what we can get off of a small system. I'll make these available to everybody for dirt cheap, but it's this right here I think is going to revolutionize everything. I've got these Neodymium Magnets here. They're extremely strong. I can't pull them apart with one hand. I just can't do it. I can get them to slide, and a bunch of them come apart, but good luck. I'm not. And even with two hands, you can't pull it. I can't pull it directly off there. But yeah, I went from that. That's the first test run after I adjusted the bed and everything. It literally came out perfect. I adjusted it, it came out just perfect. So very pleased with that. There's a close-up of it right there. The details are definitely a lot better. So I have moved on to other things now, and I've built this, designed it, scaled it, printed it, the whole 9 yards. I didn't design this, but I scaled this. This is a tablet holder, but I shrunk it down so that my cell phone will actually sit on there. And if I knew where my other cell phone was, I would give you a demonstration of it. But it's actually 3¼ inches wide and almost 4 inches long. Let's see, 3 7/8, 13/16. I don't know. One of the other. It's real close right there. And it is, let's see, 1½ inches tall. So it's really handy, very strong, very lightweight. There's a lot of intricate detail on here. It really come out really nice. My son wanted one, I gave him one. A friend of mine wanted one, I printed one out for him. So I've printed a few things now, and I haven't even really gotten into this first roll of plastic. So you know, I'll figure out how much the material is going to cost me and everything, and we'll work it out, and I will make everything I have available to people. Even if I have to buy 5 or 6 more of these printers and have a bunch of printers going all at once, we'll make sure these go out to everybody. But I'm going to make some super powerful generators to go on that small motor. And getting after this right here, and my next print, I'm designing right now. I'm working on the design for a little bracket, an adapter to go to my big 3-phase motor for the larger system. So that'll have that printed out here very soon. In the next few hours, that'll be printed out. And I've already got the controller finished. Let me show you that. Oh, I wanted to point out this container I made right here. I almost forgot to say something about this, but this is the lid for it, and that's the body, and it's it just switched to 57%. So actually I made it pretty tall. Not sure what I'm going to use it for yet. I just wanted to see how well it would print something tall, or something taller, and it's definitely coming out. I'm very impressed with everything. Definitely impressed with everything. So let me show you the controller. The controller for the large system. And it's a little chilly out here. I don't know if I'm going to hook it all up and show everything right now. But basically what it is it's two signal generators, and I've got this circuit here running these transistors going to this transformer here. I've had this all sitting here for about 6 or 7 days now, about a week. I've already wired everything up and tested everything. Let's see here. There it is. And I know everything works. Well, I can get it to clip on there. Yeah, I know it all works. It's all set up correctly. I've got the code programmed in here correctly. My sensor circuit works good. My frequency tuner, my speed controller, I guess you want to say, up and down, works correctly. I've got the outputs where the sound is going to come out right here, and that'll go into this motor right here, which is a three-phase. Actually, it's a three-phase permanent magnet motor. It's wired in star, but people call these H motors, hyperdrive motors. So, you know, and it's not AC or DC that's fed to them. It's the same thing. There's a signal, just like these three-phase speed controllers, and you just got to know how to get that signal. Plus, knowing how to manipulate, you know, electricity itself. And I've got a variable frequency alternating current coming out here into this larger, so I'm building my own signal here to run a transformer, so that'll have a well, I'm going for 396 volts, and it's going to be pulse DC, but I'm going to have the frequency of it adjustable, so I can fine tune the motor. And once it's got the correct sound going into the motor, it's set up with the code in this Arduino here that runs this three-phase H bridge that's got the high side gate drivers and the low side gate drivers on here, which is in the other video. It's got code in it to pick up on the BEMF, or back electromagnetic field, which is basically just, you know, you have this on the three phases. You'll have one phase positive, one phase negative, and the other phase, it acts like a transformer, so that power actually comes back through whichever wire is not being used. And I've got a Schottky diode on the back of here to direct that flow of where that energy comes back in, and the sensor circuit picks that up and drops the signal down so that it won't damage the microcontroller here, and that's hooked up to A2, A3, and the speed controller is hooked up to AO and A1 on here. And I've got all the coding for this. It's actually right there on that computer, so everything's set up, everything's ready to go. Like I said, I'm just about to print off the adapter for that, and once that's done, then we'll wire this bad boy up and start making some really good videos, start to share with everybody. And I believe that I've come to the conclusion. I'm just going to go ahead and make a CD or a DVD, and I'm going to give detailed instructions wire by wire of where everything goes and how to solder every single thing together, and a copy of the code for both Arduino, the code that I wrote for this Arduino that gives you a variable frequency here, and all of the part numbers for everything, and including how to build the three-phase H bridge here with the custom drivers, because the software and schematic that came with this I modified so none of this circuit literally is the same as it was on any other aspect of anything that it's ever been used on. So except for this right here, a lot of people have made this circuit right here before, I'm sure. It's just a AO pin that's being pulled. Which one is it? A2 coming from the potentiometer here, and that controls the frequency. The way I programmed the code in here to come off of pin 8 and pin 4 here, and I've got 2 more pins I've got to draw up on there for the low side, and that way I'll have one turned on while the other one's on the bottom, and then switch them, just oscillate them back and forth, these 2 and then these 2 transistors and these 2, and that'll give me an alternating current that'll feed into this transformer here, which I'll step up the voltage on, and we'll go from there. So yeah, let's go in there and check on the printer and see where it's at, and that's my plan. So I'm gonna make a video, and I'm gonna sell it for $10 for the video, and it's gonna show exactly how to do all of this. And I know that's or not. Did I say $10? Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be $10 or not. More like probably free for everybody that has already donated to me, and then anybody else that wants it, you know, $50 or something like that. But that's just so, you know, I can ensure that my family is not, you know, once this is all finished and I start moving on to the other projects, you know, I'm going to want to be able to fund those projects instead of having to ask for money, because that is a horrible feeling, having to ask somebody for money and then being, you know, disappointed because it never comes or something like that, you know. But you can't make stuff happen on, you know, can't make people donate money to you if they don't want to. So this is going to have to be the route, and a free energy device video should be well worth $50. I see people selling designs for generators for $300 and $400 just for a generator design. I'll tell you how to make that. I mean, those are simple designs. You can draw up any, pull up blueprints on them all over the web, but people are just taking them and selling them. So I'm not going to do that. I've built my own all original circuits, and I don't know if anybody's ever built the circuits particularly like I have here, but I very seriously doubt it. And of course I wrote the code, changed a lot of stuff, so this I wrote from scratch, this code that gives me my alternating current that's going to be fed into this three-phase H bridge here. See, that transformer is going to power these 2 wires here, positive and negative. Once I get the voltage stepped up high enough, I'm going to take probably some 1N407 rectifier diodes, and get that back into pulse DC, and put a capacitor on there to smooth out the signal, so when it goes into these gates here and I get ready to fire it with this machine at a high voltage, high frequency coming from here, as I showed you guys in the other videos there, then yeah, it's things are going to change. So alright, well, high voltage, high frequency, and you're free. So yeah, well, look forward to showing this working design to everyone. And the video, like I said, it'll be out very soon. I've got to finish this print here, and I'll start advertising that video and let you guys know exactly how you can obtain your own copy. And like I said, that video's just about complete now, so we're very close. We're very close here. And this is 70% done here. Yeah, that's 70% done. That's actually pretty good. Oh, don't burn me. That's a pretty good size. Now this ain't hot, but that printer head right there, that thing's hot. Oh, don't put your hand in there. Man, these motors, I'm going to tell you right now, these servo motors right here, they're no joke. That will break your fingers, break your hand or something. Yeah, you don't want to stick your hand in there. Crap. Yeah, alright, well, I'm going to get back to it, and I'm going to get these adapters made for everybody for this, and we'll see you guys soon with an update and a way that you can obtain your own copy. I love you guys. Don't forget to like and share the videos, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification button down there at the bottom. Alright, y'all have a good day.